Guys, you see in this life, surely your enemies must gather against you. But since their gathering is not of God, that all of them shall scatter, and they will scatter in a way that they will not even remember their aim of gathering at first. Anyways, according to the information reaching us right now, they said Reverend Esther Ajayi have raised an alarm, as in a loud voice, telling Queen Naomi and the Kabiyesi that the battle is too much. And for that reason, they need to be at alert. They need to be at alert. That this is no time for relaxing. This is no time for plays or any form of fun time and everything. That they need to be in prayers these days. According to her, she said, while she was praying in her church, after praying, she wanted to go. A certain spirit told her to pray for Kabiyesi and Queen Naomi, that they are passing through difficult times. So she just prayed just like that. Then she got up to go. They said the same voice told her again to go back and pray seriously, that this is not a kind of shallow praying, something that you can say, I declare that nothing will happen to Queen Naomi, and that you need to pray very well for this too. And at that point, she noticed that it is a very serious case, and they say she beckoned on some of her prayer teams, and they started praying. They started praying for Queen Naomi and Kabiyesi. They prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed. At some point, she was convinced that at least they have done their best. They said she went to her room. Then, when she went to her house, and after eating that night, they said she went to bed. The moment she closed her eyes, what she saw, she was marveled. She was, if not that she's a woman of God, she was so afraid. So they said she became afraid, but all she needed to do was to pray. And they said she got up and prayed. And in her dream, she saw a very big head of cow pursuing Kabiyesi. And while the cow was pursuing Kabiyesi, they said Queen Naomi was on the other side, calling on Kabiyesi to come to that side so that the head of the cow, and they said when she saw the full cow, all of a sudden the cow divided into two such that the body fall on the floor and the head of the cow started pursuing Kabiyesi. And at that time, Queen Naomi was on the other side, beckoning on Kabiyesi to come to that side, that the head of cow cannot come there. While Kabiyesi was trying to go to that side, they said the head of cow started pursuing Queen Naomi. Then, while the head of cow was pursuing Queen Naomi also, they said Queen Naomi got to a point where something like, it looks like a shallow cloud, something like snow. Then, on looking at Kabiyesi, she find out that Kabiyesi was also in something like that, but where Kabiyesi was, there was a kind of dark cloud that side. Then Queen Naomi was on the other side, calling on Kabiyesi to come. And when when the head of the cow could not go to that side that Queen Naomi was, where there was cloud, but it was like a snow, they said the cow diverts back to Kabiyesi, to that side that he was, trying to hurt Kabiyesi. And at that point, they said, Reverend Esther Ajayi wake up. And when she wake up, she noticed there is danger, because we all know that cow is not a good thing in the dream, especially when it is working against you. Sometimes it can be deity or some evil forces, you know. So when she prayed and prayed and prayed, after praying, they said she picked her phone to call Queen Naomi that night. Although it was late, she called and called and called Queen Naomi. Okay, the first one that she called, Queen Naomi didn't, that one did not go through. That was her personal number. Maybe she must have switched it off. Then the other one that she uses in her church, that is always available, when she called that one, they said nobody picks. She called like 2 times, nobody picks. She have to go to bed, but she prayed and prayed, and ever since they said when she lie down again to sleep that she saw that dream for 3 to 4 times the same night. That was when she know that this case is very serious. Then the next morning, she was still praying about the whole dream. While she was praying, she was making efforts to contact both Queen Naomi and Kabiyesi. At that time, he decided to call on Kabiyesi and find out that Kabiyesi was not even in the palace at that moment. That Kabiyesi have gone to Lekki Mansion. Recall that on Sunday there was this news that that Kabiyesi left the women. They are supposed to have a meeting that day, but he left them and went to Akure to pick Queen Naomi and Tadenikawo. And from there, they went straight to Lekki, where they have to spend time together, because they said ever since Queen Naomi returned back from that parade trip, that they have not spent time together. And that day, the wives were devastated because they were all prepared to tell Kabiyesi their mind, how they feel about the whole situation, because things are no longer favoring them. But they said Kabiyesi disappointed them then. So when Reverend Ester Ajayi allegedly called and they find out that the two are together in Lekki Mansion, they said she was happy and she have to call them, and they prayed on phone. After praying, she told them that the battle is a serious one, that they needed to pray and pray and pray. They have to pray very well. That this is not something that you say it is just a mere dream. That this one is not a mere dream. Something that occurred like 3 to 4 times. It is indeed a serious warning. But she also wants to assure them that as long as God is with them, that no power of the enemy against them shall stand, because even the Bible made it clear that surely that they shall gather. But since the gathering is not of God, that they are going to scatter. So anywhere they have gathered against them, using a head cow or any form of deity or any power from any source that is not of God that is fighting them, that by the power in the name of Jesus Christ, that they are all going to scatter. So they said after praying, at least the woman was happy that at least they are together. And they said, you don't need to tell Queen Naomi what next to do, because she already know that there is battle. And I am sure they are going to start praying. One thing I do know is that this battle is not going to be an easy one. But at the end of the day, light will always overshadow darkness, because there is no how the enemies are going to win in this battle, as long as the hand of God is upon Queen Naomi and Ooni of Ife. Thanks for watching. I want to remind you that these are all alleged information, okay? Always bear that in mind. I want to also appreciate you for always being part of my channel. My God will bless you and support you. Remember, they are all rumored information, not first-hand information, okay? Bye. Love you guys.